This is INCRadio, DZEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to New Jersey Satellite Studio, where we show you the flavor of life here in the District of New Jersey.
And good evening. Welcome back to INCRadio New Jersey Satellite Studio, where we not only show you the flavor of life, but where we learn things as well.
All right, today, good morning, Grace. Sorry, I forgot.
Good morning.
Hi, that was Grace, everybody. I know we're all excited actually, because today we're continuing our conversation about side hustles and small businesses. And today we have the owner of Flora Lovely's, Ashley Malabanan, all the way from South New Jersey. Okay, just a little background. By day, she's a college student, so that kind of gives you an idea about how young she is. So this is very exciting to me because she's the youngest entrepreneur that we've had on the show so far. So let's learn more. Hello, Ashley. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi. Thank you.
Hi, I see you have a beautiful arrangement behind you.
Yeah.
Which I love those colors. I mean, it's, it's like I was going to say, people who don't know the exact flower names, it's fine because it's still beautiful. I love all the arrangement of the flower. So I'm going to toss it over to Grace to start our conversation.
I really love that. I really love that arrangement that's behind you. And I just want to preface saying that I'm actually obsessed with your flower arrangement.
Thank you.
Actually, Grace, since you're talking about that, I think we have some photos. But before we show the photos, we can talk through it. Where can we find you on social media, Ashley?
So I actually have multiple social platforms on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. It's all the same name, Flora Lovely's.
And okay, so hopefully our moderator can pop that in the chat. Flora, I thought it was floral. I also follow you on Instagram, so it's Flora Lovely's. Okay, and if our tech is ready, Grace, if you want to talk through some photos with Ashley. Yeah. So these are those roses.
Yes.
Yeah. Those.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just go through them to our tech. Let's just slide through them. I know there's like 12.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's cute. I love
Orchids?
kids.
Blue orchids. I didn't even know those existed. All right, next. This one's fancy.
I know. I love the fan. It really gives it's kind of like style.
Yeah, I was a little confused. Like, how do you? But that's a nice display on the table.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one. Nice. Lilies, and so many roses. Okay, roses, more roses. Next photo.
Art.
Yeah. This one is big.
Yeah.
Like that must have been heavy. Whose arm is that? Is that your arm?
That was my mom's, and whenever I take pictures, she's always holding it.
She's your
She's
mom.
always like, "It's so heavy. Like my arm hurts. Are you done?"
Yeah, that's a lot of flowers. Is that your large bouquet?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little butterfly. I love it.
Okay, next. We have a few more to cycle through. Wow, that's a big one too. I love this one. Okay, I'm going to order that one.
Okay.
That's the one I'm going to
I'll be
order.
ready.
Okay. I'm going to see you in a few weeks. So.
Okay.
All right, next. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. That reminds me, gives me Mother's Day vibes. Okay, next. Oh, the fan comes back.
Yeah, and it has its own little vase.
These.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Next. Ooh, I love the colors for this one. I would love to have that on my desk in the office. That's a nice one with the
I
black.
think Philip has to take notes. What he has to watch the show, Leia, and like he has to take notes on what you like so he can order some from Ashley.
That is a requirement for my birthday. He does send me flowers for my birthday. All right, next. Ooh, and it even has we have a prop. All right.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know Hello Kitty liked flowers so much. Okay. Is that a birthday? This is a birthday arrangement?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, next. Nice. And that's my melody in there instead of, Hello Kitty's friend. Okay. Next. Ooh, what flower is that?
Beauty.
Those,
Oh,
they're like red calla lilies with spray roses.
Ooh, that's I had that in my bridesmaids bouquets.
Oh.
It was just a hand tied, dark red calla lilies. The florist was like, why? I was like, because I want the color. Anyway, that I love mini calla lilies or a mini because the calla lilies they're huge.
Yeah.
The regular size, they're huge. Okay, next. Oh, that's it. I'm the next one. Okay, so we're gonna toss it over to you, Grace, for the question.
you are a beautiful flower bouquet.
Well, I did wear a floral themed blouse today for the
Same.
occasion. So yeah, same, because I love flowers. Okay, Grace, what's our first question for Ashley?
We're all festive today. Okay, so Ashley, can you just tell us about Flora Lovelies and what inspired you to start doing your business?
Yeah, so Flora Lovelies is a small business that I started, and I really started it because my mom, when I grew up, she had a garden, so I always fell in love with the flowers that she was growing, and I always loved art in school, so I kind of just combined it and pretty much just started making bouquets for a lot of people, and they started liking it too, so I just went from there.
That's so exciting. Like, before you started your business, did you do like any research? Were you watching YouTube videos about how to do, different kinds of cakes? Because I really love your style, and the reason why I'm obsessed is because I think it's really different than what other florists are doing. Like, how did you learn your style? Were you using, or did you just jump in and you were like, I'm gonna do this and I'll figure it out?
At first, I knew that I wanted to be different than the other florists. I kind of wanted to have my own style, which is why I would add fans and orchids and plushies into the arrangements. But my influence would probably be from the other florists that I follow on Instagram as well. From them, I kind of pick the flowers that they use and I kind of just put it in my own format, creating like my own style from there.
And can you tell us about your social media? How you set that up? I know you had like a couple of viral posts, and how has that impacted your business?
Yeah, so I really like social media, and before I didn't really get that many likes, but I didn't really care. I just like to post. My first viral video had to be on TikTok. I think I got around 50K likes on there, which was a lot.
Wow, that is a lot.
Yeah. And from there, that's where my Instagram blew up and I started getting a lot of orders. And I went from like 100 followers to maybe like 2,000, 3,000. So I really blew up from TikTok just from posting a bunch of my bouquets on there and everything.
How many views or likes? What were the numbers again?
I think my highest was 60K on TikTok. Yeah.
And that was just like a montage of your arrangements, like what we just saw.
Yeah, pretty much.
Were you like doing anything special in them? No.
No, I think it was when TikTok was gonna get banned, and
Wow.
And I was like, oh,
So
before
everyone
TikTok
was just
banned.
spending their time.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Wow. There has been a recent study showing that having flowers in your home has an actual health benefit. Okay,
Mhm.
not for those people who have allergies, but like in terms of like the mental health and emotional health, there has been a recent study on that that's been published. So for those of you who are thinking, should I have fresh flowers in my house? Yes, and get them from Ashley, who's on our show today. All right, so um, your business is only 4 months old, is that right?
Yes.
4 or 5 months old, even though you've been dabbling in this since high school.
Yeah.
So, you are a college student, just starting out in your life, in your adult life. So this is really impressive to me. So, what are the biggest challenges that you face right now, and how are you overcoming
My biggest challenge right now would definitely be my time management. It's very, very bad, especially with school. I just joined choir, so that's very time consuming as well. And also work. I work night shift, so it's like all day, like I'm just working. But something that has helped me, like find my peace and find reliability, is praying. I really, really rely on praying to God. Sometimes I feel really lost, like I don't know what to do. So, especially during service, like when I'm performing choir and I'm just praying, pretty much I really rely on Him.
Wow, it is a lot. And a night shift, what are the hours for a night shift?
I work 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Yeah,
3 days a week? I saw Grace. Grace gasped. Is that
only
three
two, 2 days.
days
I'm
a
part
week?
time.
And then you go to school the other time,
Yeah,
and then the other
That's
time.
still a lot of work.
yeah,
That's still a
That
lot.
is, and you have a full load for college. You have
hmm
12, at least 12 credits.
yeah.
12. Okay, that is a lot. And in the area you live, we know that in South New Jersey you have to drive everywhere, so it's
Oh
not
yeah,
like you can hop on a bus and take a nap, or
definitely.
catch up on your reading for school. Wow, that is a lot. Okay. No, yeah, as Christians, we do our prayers, and I'm glad you have a way of figuring things out. And also being your age, how you don't have to say how old you are, but we know you're young. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot to figure out. All right. So if anyone was thinking of starting up a business, whether it's flowers or other things, what advice would you give to someone who's thinking about doing what you're doing?
I would kind of bring back what I said earlier about most definitely praying. If you have a dream, you can definitely achieve it through God's help, but also just taking initiative. If you don't really put your heart into it, it's not going to happen. Like, you really just need to go for it. And in the end, maybe something really good will happen. You don't really know, but as long as you have a good support system and you know your limits, I think are people who want side hustles, they could definitely achieve it.
All right. I see that Grace, in addition to doing a demo, right? We have Grace has asked you to prepare to do a demo of something about a tulip. So I'm going to toss it over to Grace um, for this next part.
Yeah, so one of the flowers that I thought was really I couldn't even tell what flower it was because and I thought I knew like a lot about flowers. So I was just like one of your first bouquets that I saw was like roses and this white flower. And I was like, oh, what is that? Kind of looks like a tulip.
Hmm.
What is it?
Oh
But
yeah,
it's not. It's not a way to a tulip looks like this. It's like a little cone. It looks a little
mhm.
rose like this, but that's not how you use tulips in your bouquet. So
Yeah. So I have a tulip right here, a white tulip. Pretty much what I do for my bouquets is I kind of flex them open, just because it kind of gives me like a Hawaiian kind of flower that's nice and big, a big focal point. So I kind of just flex open the petals and it creates like this cute big white flower that's a really good complement for the
it
bouquet.
looks like a giant daisy.
Right? Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Now I know what to do with all those tulips. Like
Yeah.
when,
And then you could just open it.
wow,
And it is like a lot more impactful
it
Mhm.
is.
that way than it
It is.
is like closed like this.
Yes. And tulips aren't going to be in season soon. Actually, they're already at the supermarket. So,
Mhm.
um, wow, that gives me ideas because tulips come in a variety of colors.
Yeah. And then there's also peony tulips that I have right here. The
What
pink
are
one.
they called?
Oh, they're like frilly.
Yeah, they're really
I've
cute.
never seen that. What are
Yeah.
they called at the what are they called at the florist? Are they just called frilly tulips?
Peonies. You know,
Oh, peonies. No, I
yeah.
love peonies. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right, Grace. What other questions do you
Amazing.
have?
So for your business, who have been your biggest supporters? Who's been there for you from day one?
I would definitely say my parents. They're just always supporting me. I had my first wedding actually that I arranged for. I think it was a couple weeks ago, and it was about 2 hours away. I offered to deliver, and of course, it was a lot of arrangements. It filled like the whole trunk of my Honda Pilot, so it was pretty big. And I was planning to go alone, but my parents had actually called off of work and they offered to help me out. And it was a really big help. And it's just stuff like that that really makes me feel loved by them. And I really appreciate it.
That's really sweet. Shout out to Ashley's parents.
Yeah. Shout out.
Support.
I think they're watching, hopefully.
That's the love we need to feel from our parents.
Oh, that's awesome. A wedding. You're only 4 months in, and what kind of arrangements did you make for this wedding? Just to
For
give
this
us an idea.
wedding, I did about 12 table arrangements and
Oh,
then
okay.
like a welcome table big arrangement.
Okay. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a lot.
how long did it take you to do all of those arrangements? Just so like, we have an
Um,
idea like what the time commitment is for starting this kind of business.
Uh, it was actually a long time. It took about 9 to 10 hours.
Wow.
Yeah,
Those are straight hours. It's not like you
yeah.
can, I'm going to do this, I'm going to take a break. I'll start again tomorrow. No.
No, it was straight. Yeah.
So that's a full day's work.
Hmm.
Okay. Just to pause a second. I know Grace has a few more questions. So let's start. Let's talk about your process. So do you grow these flowers in your yard, in your basement, or do you go to a local supplier?
So I really get my flowers from a local wholesaler. But sometimes when I have last minute bouquets, I offer like a little on the cheaper side. I get flowers from grocery stores like ShopRite, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods.
CVS also has fresh
Oh,
flowers.
I
Yeah,
didn't know
I was surprised. I walked into the display. Like, oh,
that.
I didn't realize this was here. Yeah, okay. So, and do you go, is there, well, I was gonna say, I have so many questions about when you go to the supplier. Do you go with like, I don't know how you transport things, I guess a bucket of water, um, in your car? Is that how it goes?
Yeah, I Trader Joe's actually offer free buckets of water.
Oh,
Yeah, so I went there and I got a bunch of buckets and I have it in my trunk. Usually they have like a shopping cart that helps you transport from the store to the car. So
I was gonna say because you have to do 12
yeah.
12 centerpieces or 12 table arrangements. It's like that's massive. There's like a
Mhm.
lot of flowers. All right. So your workspace is just at home, right? You live
Yeah,
with your parents. So I guess your parents are really your assistants.
they
'Cause
definitely
they have
are
to-
unpaid free work.
All right. And also for your orchids, I think Grace had asked in our pre-show conversation, do you buy those cut or do you buy the plant?
For those, I buy the plant and then I just cut the stems.
So what do you do with the pots?
With the pots, as I mentioned before, my mom has a garden, so she loves flowers. But downstairs, actually, we have like about like maybe like 50 pots just lying around, and my mom's just like always feeding them with ice and with food, hoping that they'll regrow.
I think that's
Wow.
really, really exciting for her to have so many orchid plants.
Yeah, and her favorite flower is the orchid, so it's really good.
Nice. Okay. All right. Back to you, Grace.
That's so exciting. You know, I can I have some of those orchids?
Yes, definitely. I'll
Like,
ship them to you.
you can have all the pots because there's no flowers.
Yeah, you know how to grow flowers, so maybe I'll give them to you.
Oh, well, I don't know. You can ask Abe. I'm not actually that good at houseplants.
That's ironic
Going
considering
a little
that
rough now that the
you're a
it's the
professional
winter.
gardener, Grace. I find that hard to believe. Oh, maybe because they have to be outside.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just like not good at watering inside. So only the tough survive in my house, but it is what it is. Um, so Ashley, what's next for your business?
Um, a new project that I'm really excited for is, as I recently became a choir member, I'll be performing the upcoming special occasion. And one of my like top bucket list things are to arrange for church. So I'll be arranging for the upcoming special
Nice.
occasion.
Can I take it home with me afterwards?
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
sure
it
it's going to be like glorious and wow. That's fun. I hope you do a time lapse of that so that you can
I
show
would
it.
love to see
is.
that.
I'm gonna take a selfie and I'll send it to you, Grace.
Okay.
I'll be there. So that is very exciting.
That is really exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Okay. I was gonna ask how long how okay. We right now, just for everyone to know, you are a pickup florist only. So people have to come to you to pick up their bouquets.
Yeah.
Are there any plans in the future to expand that for local delivery? Well, 2 hours is not really local, is it? It's like I think it takes like an hour, an
Yeah.
hour and like 15 minutes for my location to your location. So
Yeah. Recently I've been doing a couple deliveries. With my time, I can't really deliver as much as I want to, but I do charge a delivery fee.
okay.
So I'm just slowly getting into delivering.
That's cool. I mean, for your post-college life, what do you plan your occupation to be? Are you going to be a full-time florist or a business owner?
I'm hoping to be a full-time nurse, but with the same side hustle as a florist. Yeah.
Wow, that's
So if someone wants to order from you, Ashley, how do they do that?
So actually on my Instagram, I have like a little like directions on how to order, but mainly I accept my orders through Instagram, and all questions are obviously welcome. I'm really patient throughout the whole process. I don't mind, repeating anything that someone may be curious about. So really just a text, and then we could just have a conversation about anything.
wow. You must be for your friend group. I mean, are your friends also? Do they also have side hustles? Or are you the only one in your friend group that has a side hustle?
I actually have a friend. I think she's in the locale of Philly. Her name's Natalie. She also has a flower business, so we're always supporting each other, and yeah, it's really good.
Well, you and how many? There's like an hour difference. Is it an hour from your location to Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. All right. No, it's cool to have other entrepreneurs in your friend circle. So, when you feel a little lost or need some encouragement, like, oh, they didn't turn out as good, you get the next one. All
Yeah,
right.
it's definitely good to swap notes and share resources. So amazing.
Yeah. Anything else for Ashley, Grace? You have anything else for her?
Do you have any shout outs, Ashley?
Oh, I'd like to shout out my locale, Wrightstown, Kyle Lester and Ka Angeli, hi. And also my parents, of course, my biggest support system. And also another big supporter, Brother David.
Oh, well, shout out to all of them. I gotta know what that is, but wow, that was a surprise. All right. Okay, we want to thank you for joining us on today's show. This is definitely just the beginning. We do hope that you come back and help us to make arrangements ourselves
Of
how to
course,
do it,
yeah.
how to talk to the local wholesale supplier so we can save a little bit of money for having floral arrangements at home. All right, so we're going to move on to our next segment, which is our shout out segment. Dun, dun, dun,
Hello.
dun.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy birthday. Congratulations. I have to shout out.
Mom, dad, best friend.
All right, before we go to our live chat, I want to go to Grace. Grace, do you have any shout outs today?
I just want to say hi to Abe, who's working on Team Live Chat and moderating our comments. So, hello.
Yeah, thank you, Abe. We really appreciate you being here. And for my own personal shout outs, I just want to wish our Romano over there in, where is he now? Sao Paulo, Bulacan, Philippines, a very happy birthday. It's still the 15th here in the US side, even though in the Philippines it's already, well, almost the 16th. So, all right, from our live chat, we want to say hello to Nathaniel Russell, all the way from Fort Worth, hashtag South Central States District. Yeah, hope you guys aren't getting blown away by the weird weather you're experiencing there. So happy that you have electricity. All right. Hello also to Mario Oka. Good evening here in the Philippines and enjoy watching here on INCRadio New Jersey. Greetings from locale of Brixtonville District of Caloocan North. Thanks for tuning in. He's always supporting INCRadio programs. And we have Lonnie from Long Island City District of New York. Happy Saturday to you. And we also have Arnie Jane from Fort Worth, South Central States. And of course, brother Reynaldo Valdez. Greetings from SFM, hashtag Johnsonville. Thank you so much for tuning into our program. I know in Johnsonville, there's a lot of shrubbery there. I don't know if they have flowers there yet, but I know we have a lot of grapes. All right. And then we also have Alex Ariola. Greetings from Signal Hill District of Orange County, California. Oh, that's one of our missing contacts. So I don't know if Alex is a man or a woman, but please get in contact with me and send me your mailing address so we can send you your prize for being with us on our district show, which was a few weeks ago. So I'm Kathleah on all social media. So if you just look me up, you'll see my face. Please send me your contact information so we can send you your prize. All right, we're moving on to our next segment. Tossing it over to you, Grace.
Well, up next is our hashtag winners. Createch, if you can play the bumper.
Now announcing our hashtag winners.
Okay. Wow, our hashtag winners are actually all over the board. It's kind of like a different show we had last week, huh?
Yeah, I know. I was surprised in a good way.
Yes,
I love
the representation.
Yes.
Okay, so in fourth place, our honorable mention is the local congregation of Whippany. In third place, we have a tie between Winslow and Bayonne.
Wow.
Yeah, we hardly get ties. That's actually impressive for someone to get the exact number of hashtags. Second place is Aston, which does that mean is first place?
I don't know. I'm surprised actually.
Yes, same. But I wasn't here last week, so I wasn't hashtagging. And in first place, drum roll, please. The local congregation of Philadelphia.
Woo, Philadelphia. Yeah, shout out to Karen from last week who was talking to us about her business as well. That's probably why, Grace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, way to go, Philadelphia. All right, moving on to our next segment. Before we move on to our activity update, we want to say hello to Flo Guillermo, all the way from the District of Oregon, and Leslie Esguerra from Naperville District of Great Lakes. Yeah, thanks for tuning in and learning about flower arrangements from Ashley here today. All right, activity update. We had a bumper, I think. Good time for a bumper.
Activity updates.
All right, so we have two things to share with everyone. So Saturday and Sunday, we have our Hadiwa meeting. So if you are part of that group, don't forget to attend your meeting. Also on Sunday, we have something very exciting for our youth group, Binhi. The Binhi Friendship Day will be in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Please check with your local congregation as well for your local activities and the daily Bible study schedule. So for the Binhi Friendship Day, please check with the time. I think it's at 6, but please double check so you're not late. It's okay to be early because that's a fun hangout time, but you don't want to be late. All right, and now we have our CFO in action.
CFO in action.
The Buklod Brethren are the married members in the District of New Jersey gathered for their monthly meeting. The topic for the month was about the secrets of a successful marriage. With hearts receptive, the couples listened intently as the speakers shared practical wisdom, personal anecdotes, and biblical principles. The speakers shared wisdom from years of experience, offering practical tips and insightful perspectives on nurturing a healthy and thriving marriage. The presentation was a powerful reminder that marriage is a sacred institution that requires commitment, communication, and a deepening love for one another. As the meeting ended, the couples felt encouraged, inspired, and equipped to strengthen their marriages and honor God in their relationships. Striving for academic excellence, CBI members in the Ecclesiastical District of New Jersey recently participated in a CBI study session at their local study session sites. This activity helped further the academic knowledge of CBI students, and most importantly, the CBI students were able to bond with each other and solidify their friendships. Led by District Minister Brother Alex M. Reyes, the Brethren in the District of New Jersey continue to be zealous in all the activities launched by the church administration. This was our CFO in action the past week. From the District of New Jersey, this is Sister Marisol Dagaton. We'll have more on the CFO in action next week. See ya!
I wish we had more time to talk to Ashley about how to keep our arrangements alive and spruced up at home, but we are out of time, Grace. So you definitely have to come back for part 2, Ashley, because we also need tips on how to take care of these gorgeous bouquets that you make.
We'll definitely have to have you back. But that's it for today's show. Thank you to everyone who learned about side hustles and small businesses today. If you found value in our discussion, please like and subscribe. And if you think this episode would be helpful to someone you know, please share the link with them.
All right, and before we go, we want to thank our church administration for their continued support in INCRadio and allowing us to have this platform where we can stay connected and learn together. We especially thank our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo Manalo, and our SEPC President and CFO Coordinator, Brother Angelo Manalo. We would like to also thank our INCRadio Station Manager, Brother Wally Taray.
Before we say goodbye, we again thank our viewers for taking the time to watch this episode and sharing their thoughts on side hustles and small businesses. See you in our next episode.
Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Don't forget to wash your hands. That was the last time we said that.
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ.